morning, Trinidad, or good day. I know I didn't hear from me yesterday. I had some things going on yesterday. And right when I was about to film, I get some news. So I had to take the day and research. Anyway, that's why I didn't hear from me. Sorry about the iron thing. I was cooking something, I get bundy. I had a bad sneeze there, and next thing you know, I get this thing in my eye there. So, well, you know, we getting old, eh? We getting old, but we pushing through. Anyway, as always, start off, give the Lord Father thanks. It's a blessed day today. It's a blessed day. Good, bad, or indifferent is a blessed day. Give me another day. He gave when he had to give me. So it's a blessed day. Give some thanks, show some gratitude. Take a second out your day and give the Lord Father thanks. Right, family, let me talk. Sorry, me, I had no coffee this morning. Huh? I ran out of coffee yesterday. And I had to go by the shop there, so and I went to the shop here. I went there to pick up something, and all the thing I gone there for, I forget the kiss me ass coffee. So I drinking horchata. It's not the horchata here, traditional to here. This is more like the Mexican horchata. This one make with rice, but the horchata you get here make with nuts and seeds and all kind of things. Different, a lot different. Not like this. This one make with rice and, but good. Anyway, whew. Now I already feel all in and everything that's going on. All your way ahead of Miss New Sari and the entire government. I already tell all you about the weapon and thing them shipping Trinidad and Tobago. I tell all you about that. I tell all you about all the military personnel they bring in the country that occupying and controlling the base right now. All you ahead of that. I tell all you Russia, China, and Iran go get involved. All you already know that. Well, Miss Nusari, Miss Maybelline, I tell you so. I tell you so. Now here's the latest, family. Here's the latest. All you know about one of them what they call it, man, them can't remember the name. It slipped my mind this morning, but them big boot like Gerald R. Ford, where they play that thing as take off. All you know about one. Here's the latest. It have one. It had three of them there now. 3 of them there. They shipping more boat. They're not only taking over the side by Trinidad and Tobago. No. They're going all along the coast of Venezuela now. And Puerto Rico has been classified as a no-fly zone. Why? Because all the bombers and things are located there. They fly in their bombers and everything from Puerto Rico all the way through the Caribbean, all the way into Venezuela. Everybody see all the picture and thing and video and thing of them boat game blow up. Well, here's the latest. The couple boats that they show earlier, they say, look, it have drugs on it. It loaded up with drugs, man. It's all drugs. Here's the latest. Them drug boat they show earlier. That's from 2009. 2009. Moreover, they tell all it was Reaper drones that were striking these boats. No. Military intel come out. Former military personnel who specialize in this particular field. They come out and said these have all the characteristics. But I slow this morning, I slow this morning. But are still more functional than the Black Hulk, you know. Yeah. The Minister of Homeland Security, Mr. Gamma Radiation, I still more functional than here. Anyway, have all the characteristics of a laser strike. And the missiles that strike these boats originated from, get this, Trinidad and Tobago. They come in to fix road, eh? They come to fix road, man. They send military to fix road. Yeah. Released yesterday. China officially announced, no, this morning, please God, this morning, China officially announced they are involved in Venezuela. They're involved now. They've also shipped equipment, that's all they know about. They know about that, they ship equipment and things. But now China's saying they will react in the event of a strike on Venezuela. They will react. And given the fact that, well, they saying is, hey, the lighthouse favorite word, conjecture. Conjecture. Human lighthouse with your blasted golf course forehead. Anyway, them saying is conjecture. Well, if military professionals and former professionals and all these people who have experience with this kind of equipment, they know beyond the shadow of a doubt what it was and where it originated from. Miss Kamala, you just commit war crime. Moreover, you have directly put Trinidad and Tobago into an active war. Because now, Miss New Sari, Miss Ultra High Strength Concrete Makeup, Trinidad and Tobago Joker. Anyway, now Trinidad and Tobago is a target. And Donald Trump can't back down. Can't back down. And them both can't stay there forever. Which means they have to do something. Hold on, hold on. Sorry about that, I just had to check something there, so. Which means they have to do something. He's saying he backpedaling now. No boots on the ground. Yeah, okay, we hear that before. No. They're gonna leave. Maduro ain't going nowhere. No, I want peace. I trying to create world peace. Yeah, okay. The man come there so and it have war breaking out everywhere. More war happens since you show up. Peace. No war crime. But the military handbook, the law, it have a law book for the military. One of the examples they give in the law book, and me a line, you can go check it up, One of the examples they give as a war crime and as an order that you must disobey is if you see a shipwrecked individual and you are commanded to strike those shipwrecked individuals, you must disobey. That is the example they give in the book. What is a shipwrecked individual? Well, the classification for shipwreck in maritime law is any boat that has lost buoyancy and leave people stranded. That is shipwreck. Open water, it don't matter. They commanded a second strike on a boat that had survivors, a sinking vessel with survivors. That is a war crime. It don't matter what they had on there. Moreover, this term, narco-terrorist, that terminology does not exist. A terrorist is one thing. A narcotics trafficker is another thing. It's like calling somebody a plumber mechanic. It make no blasted sense. So they creating new classifications just to justify the illegal actions. And what make it bad for Trinidad and Tobago is this jackass government, this evil woman committing war crime and opening her mouth, kill them violently. Well, madam, the government of the United States right now is being investigated for war crimes. Russia, Iran, China, and other nations have wrote letters to the ICC demanding an investigation into the actions of the United States and other nations that were complicit in those actions. What nations might that be? I have a feeling first on the list is Trinidad and Tobago. Nothing to fear. Miss Nusari's here. And Hema, she talking cell phone. Nothing to fear. Now we know that the footage is showing is a lie. Latin America here, all over Latin America, they really send the names of the people who get killed. And newsflash, madam, all the names they released so far are what? Fishermen. Fishermen. And people taking these boats to get to Trinidad. Drug trafficker. All you call them speedboat. Speedboat. Okay. Madam, a speedboat has a closed hull, an enclosed hull. Look it up. Research the definition of a speedboat. Now they're saying why they need 3 motors and all these things on that boat. Simple physics. You're pushing a boat against current. You go to the beach and swim against the wave. You have a hard time. Don't put your foot on the ground and jump through the wave, you know. Nah. Swim through it. It ain't easy. Now, have somebody lie down on your back and do it. See how far you get. You ain't getting nowhere. You have to break the wave. And you have to fight against the current. That is why you need their motor. To fight the physics of the waves pushing against the boat because the current going that way and you going that way. That is why. That is the reason, madam. But speedboat. What them need speedboat for? Cheese and freaking ages, way dread. And all they full they had, oh, there's drugs, there's drugs, there's drugs, there's drugs. Well, okay, let me say that. Let me say it's drugs. I challenge anybody here and anybody in the government of Trinidad and Tobago, I challenge all of you. Show me one law anywhere that give you the right to execute people for suspected drug trafficking. Suspected. Because you have no evidence. And you presented none. You tell Trinidadians, oh, is that training exercise? And they land a C-17 in Piaco. That's a cargo plane. A military cargo plane. And they don't land that for no blasted reason. You damn know they bring weapons and missiles and radars and all these things in the country. You damn well know. Making Trinidad and Tobago a target. Once this war is launched, they will attack Trinidad and Tobago now. Because the facts are starting to be released and showing that you, madam, and don't say you went no. The status of forces agreement said you must know. And you damn well know you allowed a war crime to take place and still taking place. And not only did you keep your mouth shut, but you were complicit. Now America, they show in America, now they trying to copy Iranian Shahed drones. They're scrambling now, trying to copy it. Most advanced country in the world. Iran, they're trying to copy the technology. Which country is the leader in AI currently, madam? America? China. Which country is the leader in drone technology? America? China. Russia just signed a deal to sell 48 new Soviet aircraft to Iran. The nuclear treaty that was in place that prevented Iran from pursuing nuclear weapons under threats of sanctions, etc. Who pulled out of that? United States. They refused to resign. And it just lapsed last month, please God. So now Iran could build as much nuclear weapons as they want and they can't say nothing. Now, a matter of fact, Russia, China, and Iran are putting forth they write letters to the UN stating that this agreement no longer stands. United States did not resign. They pulled out of it, which means it has lapsed. That contract is void, which means they will have to allow them to do it. China leads the world in cyber warfare. China. Followed by Russia. And the country that sponsors the most terrorism in the world is who? Well, we all know Saudi Arabia doing it, huh? But them doing it quiet. They keep their mouth shut. They don't say nothing. Okay. So what is then? Iran. It seems every day now America holding some ISIS or this one or that one plotting in America. While them pack up all the boat outside we water. You and the autistic Avengers going out there opening them out. We ain't know nothing. Farley, that, midnight. From Tobago. We didn't know. He knew from day one and it come out. He knew everything. And he keep his blasted mouth shut. He knew about the troops in Tobago. He knew about the missiles and weapons in Tobago. He knew about the radar system put in Tobago. Oh, by the way, what else leaked? Miss Kamala and her government is spying on Venezuela currently. That come out. Where the Minister of Homeland Security, Black Hulk, he say, hey, I hear he's still waiting for he gamma shot, eh? I hear he waiting. Yeah, they can't get from China, eh? So, Miss Nusari hop on she broom, she flying carpet, and she went to India. Yes, she went to India. And all you will be pleased to know, she make it in time for the Gobar Festival. And she fit right in, eh? She make it in time. And she procure some gamma radiation shot for the Black Hulk, eh? Yes, because he helpless without it. So now he could choke up his bottom and swallow up and get vexed. So he happy now. And midnight disappear. But that midnight Avenger gone. Nobody can find him. They suspect. He find a real dark corner and he gone in it and close the eye on him out so you can't see him. They can't find him. They thinking about adapting the radar system to locate he because midnight gone missing. And the human lighthouse, Sobers Beach, well, you see the light kind of dimming and thing, the bulb going out, eh? So he frightened, he didn't want to come outside because he afraid the dark, He afraid the dark, eh? So he didn't want to come out. So he in the bat cave there with a candle because he didn't want to come outside. He feeling shame. But don't worry, they importing a new bulb for your head. So that coming in, eh? Yeah, that coming in. And nobody can find Moonilal. He changed, I tell, hey, Randy going and change his name, Randy going and change his name. It ain't going to be Randy Moonilal anymore. Pretty, you see, he changed it from Rudal Moonilal to Randy. Next time you hear him, his name go be Andy. And he go drop the Mooney and keep the Lal, Andy Lal. So Andy Lal missing. Tanko, when you're welcome. But partner, I hear the first maths test come back here. Real bad, boy. Real bad. They say they never meet a person this dotish in their blasted life. They say the man so dotish, you need to put him in special class. Eh? So we looking into special class for he. He's still counting on the finger. Eh? But we go game there. Don't worry. Eh? We go game there. And the next Alexander, he happy. He happy. He discover pepper sauce now. So now it's dot, ketchup, and pepper sauce. I tell all you, we go game there. I tell you, he working the way up. So all your autistic Avengers ready here. All of them are accounted for. But the one thing is, nobody can find their ass. Not one of them. And while the PNM talking, they were aware of every damn thing that was going on. Yeah. Trust both of them. Yep. Now, what does this mean for Trinidad and Tobago? Well, let me tell you. Before Trinidad could have said, we were just a spectator. They can't say that no more. Now you are an active participant. Which means, when charges come down the pipe, Miss Nusari, Miss Maybelline, nothing to fear. Miss Nusari's here. And the Autistic Avengers. But minus the second Alexander. He busy with the dot, ketchup, and pepper sauce. He happy, eh? He's still in the corner spinning around and thing and tooling around, and he take his water gun and shooting ants and thing and saying, drug boat, drug boat, drug boat. He busy. So we gonna leave here alone, eh? Left him alone there, so. But we have most of the Autistic Avengers. Yes, we have them. Midnight, Roasted Marshmallow, the Black Hulk, the Lighthouse, Bat Signal himself, Sobers. And of course, the leader of the group, Miss Nusari herself, Miss Ultra High Strength Concrete Makeup, Trinidad and Tobago own Joker. And the man with the numbers, thank you and you're welcome. And the greatest criminal mind in the world, Randy Munilal, also known as Andy Lal. We have all you covered. But we got cover all you from the Bat Cave, because we ain't want to come out yet. We ain't coming out yet. So all of them hiding. Penelope Becker's opening, she blasted mouth talking this. Well, yeah, they're committing war crime and they're doing this. But the damn government, the PNM, that come out. All the PNM government knew every damn thing that was going on. They did nothing. Nothing. As a matter of fact, quite a few of them signed off on it. And Mr. Midnight, he knew before they brought it there, he was advised. And he said nothing. All of them lying. I tell all you, all of them lying. I tell you they was going on getting, but the countries that are involved, I tell you was going on getting involved. I tell all you, this thing will spread. When everybody say nothing can happen, it must happen. Because America put it back up against our wall now. They're back in a corner. They have to do something. If they do nothing, it will destroy their image on the world stage. And if they do something, it destroys their image on the world stage. America just destroyed a nation. And they don't even see it yet. And Miss Kamala, with her actions, just destroyed the entire economy of Trinidad and Tobago. Just don't see it yet. And right now, she has Chuck up there in the Red House, all of them working on this tax bill that's coming out. This tax bill. New taxes. Because when UNC wins, all are we lost. So on top of war crime, now they're going on thief. And you feel it hard now? Wait till next year. Economic reports are painting a very disastrous outcome for next year. Germany has been in a recession for 2 years. Hold on, Breadman. El paradero con el pan. I love that song, Anyway, Germany has been in a recession for over 2 years. Germany is the third largest economy in the world. Manufacturing in Mexico has been collapsing for the third month straight. The largest manufacturer in terms of goods for Latin America and the United States. Their manufacturing is crashing. US manufacturing is non-existent. It don't exist right now. They were supposed to gain plus 40,000 jobs. That was the estimate. No, they lost over 32,000 jobs. Job reports are showing that AI has already replaced 20% of the workforce. Already. AI is a trend. Trends follow a pattern. They are born, they grow, they mature, they get old, and then they die. AI is only 3 years old. It's an infant. On a recent podcast, Joe Rogan was talking to one of the fellas from NVIDIA. NVIDIA? Yes, NVIDIA. And what he said, in the next 3 years, AI will replace 90% of the workforce. 90%. Within that 3 years, you see, wait for the 3 years. By the 3-year mark, the entire economic system crash. No money. Where you working? Where you go work? Where? You go build robot and thing? Nah. They have AI and other programs to build that. And robots to build that. You ain't getting no job. You go anywhere in North America and Canada and thing there, so when you go to the grocery store and thing in Trinidad and Latin America and thing, you're still going there to have people helping you, eh? Not in Canada and America and thing there, so Jet. Nah, you do it yourself. You go to a self-checkout and you pay for it and check it out yourself. Pretty soon, you got a robot stuck in the shelf. Amazon. One part of the state, in some state, fire everybody in the Amazon warehouse. Everybody. Amazon is going to replace almost the entire workforce with AI. Amazon. And that is just that. They're going to cut interest rate. When you cut interest rate, they say, well, you'll boost spending, the economy will jump back, to pump the stock market. That is true. Temporarily. But what it does is weaken the dollar, which will force inflation and more strain on the economy, which will make it worse, leading to a crash. America was saying no recession. It come out, they've been in recession. They've been in a recession a year now. A year. Next year, what they're saying? Depression. Worse than 1929. Except this will be a depression on a world scale. Worldwide scale. They're going to crash the entire financial system. Banks in Canada and the United States, all over the place, they're closing down. Banks are closing down. That is what you're facing. Complete financial destruction. And the threat. Now you have missile threats now. Because if those missiles were fired from Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago just became an active participant in illegal actions, an illegal war, and retaliation will take place. What will Kamala do then? Throughout history, when gold and silver spike, war follows. After depression, war follows. Every nation is dumping all their money into the military when that money should be going into manufacturing. You build an economy through manufacturing and agriculture. You provide products and services that your citizens require and use. That is how you build an economy. What is America's number one export? Aside from entertainment. Weapons. Who are they sending it to? The citizens? No. Other nations. And that is why they need a war. Because that is their manufacturing. That is why. And that is the only means to save their country. And they're going to go into Venezuela and thief the oil. What do you think they're doing in Syria? They want the oil there too. And Iran and Iraq and all these people, they want the oil. Nothing else. That is why they're there. To thief. To rob the nation, impoverish the people, destroy the country, and then walk away and have the blasted brass to say, America, greatest country in the world. And Miss Kamala, right behind, kissing the blasted bottom and destroying the Caribbean. Now Jamaica is allowing America to put military on the base and use the country as well. Now Jamaica's fallen in line. You don't fall in line, sanctions. We will impoverish your country. You just had a hurricane, most of the country mash up. Well, we'll come in and help you out. Let me use your base. Nah, we don't want that here. Well, you know what? Sanctions. They will not stop. The goal is from Canada, all throughout Latin America and the entire Caribbean. They want to control all of that. That is why it's classified now as the Americas. The America. But America will fall. History shows. America is a nation. It's an empire on the verge of complete collapse. And a drowning man will grasp at straws to stay afloat. There's no saving the American economy. And with Miss Kamala there, there's no saving the Trinidad economy as well. Not only will she destroy the economy, but with her actions, have put Trinidad and Tobago on a war path. And we are not a warring nation. We don't even have soldiers. But you want to go to war which means conscription. Wait and see. And wait for China, because China will be the first one to attack. And that will come. And they will bring down the entire system. Utilities, services, internet, everything. They will crash it. There's a statistic that shows in the event of something like that, when the utilities and everything go down and all the services go down, and then you have food shortages, which you're going to experience shortly. You're already experiencing it, but wait. And that happens. They estimate it takes 3 days. 3 days before you start to notice massive loss of life due to lawlessness. And within a month, complete collapse. They will turn Trinidad and Tobago into Haiti. That is what her actions is doing. And that's what she's allowing America to do to our nation. And the PNM knew the whole time. They knew everything. Now they're talking to cover their ass. But every one of them knew. Be aware. Make sure you have. If you have a yard or something, you have some room in your yard or something, start growing your own food. Learn to grow your own food. That will be vital. You must learn how to grow your own food. Learn. Make sure you have food stored up. You have water. Buy a cool pot. Learn. You will have to learn how to be self-sufficient. And do not listen to the propaganda that the government is feeding all you. Because come next year, if economists are right, there will be a worldwide depression. And the only source of food you're going to get is what you could grow yourself. And the other food will be so expensive. It will be almost unaffordable. Be aware. Because they know what is coming and them preparing themselves. But them ain't telling you nothing. Miss Kamala, your day coming. Your day coming. And let we see how much America love you. When the ICC come after you and your government for war crime, let's see how much America love you then. Anyway, don't listen, eh? Don't listen to them. They want all you divided. They want all you fighting all yourself. Because they know. Divided, you fall. They can hold some away. They can't hold all away. And together, all of Latin America and the Caribbean, they can't stop we. They don't have enough of them. Because together we aspire. Together we achieve. But divided, we die. That is the truth. They go put all our we in a different pen. Put the same blasted tag on everybody's ears. Tell everybody a different lie. And lead all our we to the same slaughterhouse. And you will run there. Run to the slaughter. Because you believe the lie they tell you. They don't care. They know a world economic crash is coming. And in every case, they started a war. Every case. And Venezuela have what they want. They're starting a war. They are fabricating a war. And when it starts, it had no turning back. So prepare yourself. Because it's not if. It is when. God bless all you. God guide all you. God keep all you safe. And God grant all your love, strength, and compassion. Love your brother and sister. God make all of we brother and sister. It have no difference. That is the illusion that they create. An illusion to create the delusion in order to divide. Remember that. It's an illusion. God make all of it. A house divided cannot stand. But no violence. No violence. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Be smart. That's we country. Then work for we. And if we shut the country down, nothing they could do. Not a damn thing. If nobody work, nobody pay tax, let we see what they gonna do then. Let we see. Nothing. The whole country come down. Do something now. They can't do nothing. And then they go backpedal fast and try and fix it. But be smart. No violence. I'll keep all you updated. That's all you know what I find out. But as always, love all you too bad. I love my brothers and sisters. In Latin America, the Caribbean, all over the world, I love all you too bad. God bless all. Take it easy, John.